Testing, testing. 1 and a 2. I need to pull. I'm getting better at that. All right, all right. So today, looking at TOS, I see NAOV up here, up 60%. It looks like the biggest mover on the day, and it is a low float. Let's have this over just a little bit. Man. All right. It is a low float, $2.37, up 60 something percent. So we'll definitely be watching that. NAOV. The one from yesterday just unhalted as well. ICCT unhalted now. We'll see if it gets a big sell-off. A lot of probably sell orders underneath this VWAP. VWAP was at the 574s. But it is just now starting to trade here. Very low volume at this point. Yesterday, ICCT was just trading, and then all of a sudden it went into a T1 halt with no information. So let's go and see what kind of information is on this thing. iCore shares resume. The news looks like, iCore Connect updates post business combination share exchange progress and trading halt resolution. So trading of ICCT securities was halted on NASDAQ when it was identified that certain shares did not convert using the post business combination exchange ratio. Okay, so they just had a conversion issue, and now ICCT is popping up 21%. It had a high from yesterday at the 762s, and it looks like people are still in the market for buying there. But it is definitely getting some movement. We'll see if it continues to come on up. I know yesterday I didn't even see it on any of my scans until Donnell called it out. And the reason why is because I don't have the OTCs on. So its movement from the OTC over to the NASDAQ wasn't even registered on my scans yesterday. But he had called it out. I was looking at it. I was like, wow, this thing has some huge range. And of course, Donnell took some good trades on that yesterday. Of course, we talk in the Discord and kind of talk about different tickers there, and keep our eyes open pretty much all day. But yeah, it could come up and be the one. It could outshine NAOV, which is up 60%, but I don't know. We'll see. TIVC continued down. Glad I didn't really trade that one yesterday. It was the one I was like, it's actually on my scans, but all the love is on ICCT, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I went to eat lunch and just left it. ICCT definitely looking volatile up here, headed towards the top, which was the was close to 770s, or a high of 750 from yesterday. My bad, 750s. Wow, breaking out of there, up 35% now. Let's see if it starts to get fed volume. So the people that got caught in this halt are getting blessed right now. Um, Sometimes this does not work out like this. You know, they're up. If they bought this little dip here at 571, they're now up $3 per share. So they got a little bit of a blessing there. We'll see how far that blessing runs, though, as volume starts to pour in.
Hola.
What's up, Reliable? I'm seeing ICCT went into a T1 halt yesterday, and it has absolutely ripped out of here from 540s where it halted all the way up to the 898s. And so the T1, the news update was that they had a conversion issue. Some of the shares that came from the OTC market up to the NASDAQ were not converted properly. And so that's why I went into the T1 halt. And it definitely gave some people a scare yesterday on the bottom there at 540. It didn't even give a halt indication. It just stopped trading
Good
yesterday.
vibes.
What's up, Drifter? ICCT back open, up 41%, but we also have one called NAOV that is up 58%. So we're looking at the big movers on Wednesday. And let's go and see. Let's see what NAOV. Of course, me and Donnell, we looked at ICCT yesterday. Let me see what NAOV is. AOV. Does it have those keywords in it? Any keywords in this description? So it's a healthcare stock working nanovibronics.
I don't
Focuses.
like NAOV.
You don't. Focuses on manufacturing and sale of non-invasive biological response activating devices. Okay, so decrease pain, bacterial colonization, pain shield, joint pain, and it was founded in or incorporated in 2003. All right, we'll see. But these are the top movers for today. We'll see if the volume continues to feed into them. I know there are a lot of people that were sitting on shares yesterday in ICCT, hoping and praying that it didn't open up too much lower. But it's giving them a chance. Giving them a chance. So all they got to do is pretty much set a stop loss and let this thing run for them. NAOV had a top up here of 291. Actually, let's look at the daily chart before we jump over here to the other stuff. So in NAOV, we can see the previous time that it came up, or where it closed yesterday, was at the 145, and opening back up here right around the 200 moving average here at the 240s is where it got up to, and found some resistance. But right now, I don't even know. This thing doesn't even look like it's starting an uptrend, but it may. It's kind of hard to tell out of a dip like this back up here to 242. Kind of hard to tell. What I did do yesterday is add to a couple of my dividend plays, and I added a little bit more to my INDO play as oil continues to hold up those 80s. And yeah. What's up, Lori? Lori, did you end up trading ICCT yesterday? The one that went into the T1 halt? Are you very green right now? Because it opened up and went straight up. $3 per share. Or I guess like $2.50 something cents maybe. Got about 15 minutes to the bell. Wow. 2.75 all the way up to 4. You got a blessing. I Wait, what? Over 8.3, the pullback for IPO extension is 1732. Wait, what? 1732. I'm not seeing where you're getting the 1732, but we'll see. Or maybe I'm looking at a different stock. Maybe you're looking at a different stock right now.
Just a fib tool extension top to bottom on the first red candle.
$8.40s.
I'll send you a picture.
All right. So ICCT is catching on up with NAOV in volume. And of course, a lot of eyes were on ICCT anyway. So it may be the one again today. We'll have to see. Have about 15 minutes to the bell. 540 was the previous point that was kind of tested twice here after that halt. And we'll see where it wants to go. Will it continue the big range into the open? Because the other thing with this one yesterday was nobody knew what the float was. Nobody knew what the outstanding share was. There was a lot of misinformation and a lot of information being communicated in different ways at different platforms. So it was a lot of kind of, what is this thing going to do?
Check out our Discord. No paywall. Free to join. https://discord.gg/8b2fjutwpe.
So now they're pretty much at the same amount of gain here. Almost 50% up on both of these. Waiting for the volume to tell the story of who's going to be the one. But definitely bigger range on ICCT.
I'm just saying, if it got going, 17 isn't out of the question.
Yeah, I guess no prices would be out of the question for that one, seeing that it moved from the OTC up to the NASDAQ. It actually merged with another company. That's why it got to move up, but it was definitely super cheap like a day ago. So I don't know, let me go and look at the actual company, what they actually did before. Oops. iCore Connect. Sector, blah, blah, blah. So they were a cloud-based software technology company, provides health insurance portability and accountability act compliant cloud-based software as a service. The company's products include iCore RX, a HIPAA compliant electronic prescription software solution that checks patients, prescription drug monitoring. Does it have any other keywords here other than prescriptions? Medical coding, doctors to send, blah, blah, blah. So iCore Inc. was founded in 1992, so it's definitely been out for a while. What's up, DD? What's up? Welcome everyone that is tuning in from Kick. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're sitting here watching ICCT. ICCT went into a T1 halt yesterday, and it halted around the 540. I mean, it just stopped trading, no warning. And then it opened up today, and I didn't even know it was going to be open up, and I was just happened to be looking at it, and I see it start moving. I'm like, oh boy, this thing's going to drop. It did not drop. It went from 540 up to $8. So definitely a nice mover on that one. Nice unpredictable mover. And the only issue was a conversion issue of the shares, kind of like what we saw with was it Cosm that had that conversion issue? I think it was Cosm. But yeah, got about 10 minutes to the bell. We see the top movers. We see them getting active, and now they're just in direct competition with one another. Who's going to win out? NAOV or ICCT? Looking out here on the books. On the ask side, I see a size sitting at the 790s. Kind of close to where it's trading right now. Then on the bid side, or I said on the ask side. This is the ask side over here. This is the bid side. We see another size on the ask side of the 810s. I really messed that up. This is the ask on the top side, what the sellers are willing to sell for, right? And then the bid is what the buyers really want. That price target that buyers really, really look for. All right. ICCT coming down below 8. Only 2 million shares. I really expected it to be even more shares traded so that it can continue to pump higher. The high of this candle on the 4-hour chart is the $9. So almost 9 even, 8.94. We'll see if we can identify some type of trend, short-term trends on this thing. Coming down now to the 770s. Now, if we look back here on the 4-hour chart, we can see that previous trading was right in this consolidation of the 530s, which is where it kind of halted. So I'm wondering, will it go back down there and test this, or will it just hold above, maybe hold above $6 on today? Coming on down to the $7. We look right here on the hour chart, we can see a little bit of selling pressure pushing it back in this previous range. So it looks like the bottom of this, or what could be possible support, is this 614 level. We'll see if it can hold over the 614s right above the 6. And it's only up 25% now, and we see NAOV starting to wake up, trying to get up to 50%. Relative volume on ICCT is way over our normal. It's up 123.
6.85 fill on ICCT.
6.85 fill, nice. On ICCT, Rooster's out here pulling some shares on this thing. Let's see what ends up happening. We have about 7 minutes until the bell. And NAOV of 52%. So which one of these is going to be the one? It's kind of hard to tell.
$7.16 first trim. Ask 7.40.
Nice. Rooster hopping on in there off of that low. Has a bottom that can be played above, which is the 614s, and just letting it play out. He's already taken trims on it as well.
Small fill nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I mean small fill lol.
Yeah, you got to go small on this one. You don't know what it's going to do out of the open. Like, we just had, I don't know how many hours it spent in a T1 halt. Like, a day. It halted yesterday at like lunchtime or a little bit before. And just now started trading. So, it's one of those that could have traders a little bit more weary than not, sizing down to just in case it does go into another halt on the open, reducing their risk. But we got 5 minutes until the open, so nice pre-market trading there. We'll see the actual sentiment when it opens. NAOV had a top up here of the 290s.
Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content and want to see more.
And this one's just holding right above the 280 or 189 down there. Okay. So on the hour chart, still hasn't
Exit
given up, still looking
7.17.
bullish.
I can't watch this at the open.
You can't watch this at the open, yeah. 730s popping up there, popping back to the almost the 750s. Very interesting range on 3 million shares of volume.
Dang, woulda got my 40s LOL.
Yeah. Nobody knows, you know. It's one of those things you just take what you can while you feel safe.
I like the setup though. How?
Let's see what happens. I don't know if it needs to come back and test this 540 level though. That's my only thing. If it drops to 540, what would be your thoughts on that? If it were to come down to this previous level, halt level was at the 570 or 560s. So could be possible support down in here. But I'm waiting for support. So now getting those 50s there, still getting some action. 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes into the bell.
I'd probably be bearish at 5.70 honestly.
Are you serious? All right. NAOV popping down there as well. 205s. Still up 41%. So we really don't have any huge movers this morning. No super crazy movers. But we got some action in these low floats. And so we know the low floats, if they start to get that range, it can get very, very spicy. All right,
Morning.
about to open up here. Good morning, Donnell. Watching ICCT about to open in like 3 seconds. There is the open. Now getting on down there. Let's look at NAO. Also pushing down this area here. Previously tested on the 15-minute, but we really don't know if 192 is going to be the spot. ICCT already showing back up green, trying to get up. Wow. Okay, so it's got a top here of the 835s, and it went into a halt. Looks like. Let's see if we get a halt. I think it's halted. It definitely looks halted. Yep, into a halt. NAOV stopping right here at the 192s. Looking like it could hold that $2 up. I may give NAOV a shot to hold up these 192s $2 level. I really want to see ICCT come out though. Is it going to be the thing that soaks up the attention of the people? But I guess we'll see. Got the 150s down here, 147s. Looking like it's going to get a little bit of a push down. Already red on the day. Anything else green? I see DBGI up 75%. GI. It is another, wait, did I put that in right? Yeah, I did. DBGI, $14 up 73%. Also on the map. Coming up, getting some volume behind it. I'm looking at the catalyst.
I thought ICCT was dead.
Nah, ICCT woke up this morning at the 540s and went straight up to $8. But we're looking at the top movers on the day right now. DBGI is moving. I do not see any previous news on it. Let me see what kind of news I can find here real quick. DBGI Digital Brands Group had a earnings report on the 17th. DBGI announces 1 for 25 reverse split effective August 22nd. So that was 8 days ago. They did their 1 for 25 split. And so now it is trading here at 15 something dollars. Yesterday's close, it was down here at 8 something, and now it's at 15. Okay, so we're going to see who takes the day. DBGI definitely looking like something that's playing. I also see in the lower price AGIL up 91%. It is a penny stock, but definitely looks like it got a little bit of move as well. We want to look all over the market to see where that volume is going. Has 36 million shares on it, up 92%. NAOV still struggling with this too. I don't know if I can trust NAOV with all of this green on the board. I think I'm going to see what ICCT wants to do out of this halt. Let me see
over
when it's
2.50 could be something.
Let's see. ICCT halt. Oops. Halt resumption. ICCT. Wait, what? Oh, okay. ICCT halted at 12:23:10. That can't be right. No, it halted right here, 9:30:43. So it should be opening up at 9:35:43. So in like 2 minutes. Just giving it time. NAOV holding up that 192 level here. But I am more interested in ICCT. So, or even DBGI. Both of these are a little bit more interesting, even though they're on lower volume. Definitely getting some range. Previous high up here on this 15-minute was the 1634s. 1634s. We're kind of seeing some type of level that could be up here. I don't know if this is support or resistance. I usually just make these white because I don't really know what they are yet. Okay, so we'll see what happens at the 1640s, 1634s. Okay. But definitely giving them time. NAOV jumped up here to the 217s. But ICCT may be the game changer here. The only reason I don't like NAOV is what is the probability that it pushes back into this this previous sell pressure, you know, with some kind of gusto without any real catalyst, right? AGIL going back down a little bit. We're about to get the open on ICCT here at the 43 in like 10 seconds. All right, open right there at almost the top here at the 833s. Getting a little bit of sell off there. Did it halt down just then? Does not look like. Oh, it is looking like it's going to be a halt down on ICCT. Look, waiting for the halt. Okay, there it is. NAOV getting up there though, from the 2 up to the 222. DBGI also getting down. All right. SPY also taking a dip from the 450s down here to the 449s. NAOV getting some challenge right above this 192 level. Big challenge. Getting slapped down there. Back to the twos. Grinding around. So now we have a couple of red movers on the day. They still got some nice gainers, but waiting for them to stay up. Also, oil still going up, so that looks good. Oil holding up those 81.63s, nice. I'll be looking to add to my INDO like maybe next week sometime. I give it time and I add small. But I am building up a position so that I'm looking for oil to test this 84 level and go ahead and break out of there coming into winter time. But that's for another day. NAOV headed down back to this 192 level. It's only been not even the first 15 minutes of the day, and we're seeing a lot of red on the board. We already see ICCT halted back down, and so kind of just being careful at the open, not getting caught in anything crazy. DBGI showing full red now on the 4-hour, and the 15-minute. And this is another test at this 192 level for NAOV. DBGI halted down as well. ICCT halt. Let's see what else wants to halt down. I'm seeing SQQ and TQQ definitely getting some trading because of how the SPY is moving. SQQ, TQQ. Also, what is this? ABCM. What is this? Abcom. Not really too interesting. So ICCT remaining in a halt. It's going to be hard to keep up with all the other volume flowing in the market. And we'll see how low that halt wants to open up. Of course, it's almost like ICCT gave a chance for the people that got caught in the halt to get out with some money, right? It's like, okay, we're giving you this chance. You better do something with it. Hopefully it doesn't open up like below, anything crazy kind of gap down. But I think it was purely volume based, so it shouldn't be a huge gap down, but you never know in the market. Could definitely open up lower, or could open up, pop, and go higher again, which would definitely be a very unpredictable move coming out of a halt. All right, NAOV just kind of holding this 192 now. I need to see what time ICCT is going to open up and what time DBGI is going to open up. DBGI halted on the 38.05. So that'll be what? +5. And then where's ICCT? 36. So that'll be open up on the 41. It'll be opening up faster. So we'll check ICCT out first at that like in a second, really. ICCT on the 07, 4107. If it is a 5-minute halt. So we're about to get the open here, 10 seconds. Should be opening now. Okay. Let me make sure I calculated that right. Plus 5, that'll be 41. Oh, so yeah. Okay, so the other one that's supposed to be opening up here in a second is DBGI. Let's see if we can see in 2 minutes. SQQ doing its thing. TQQ. NAOV continuing to hold this 192 level. But with this long wick on the hour chart,
50 hold.
SOUN reliable is calling out. SOUN. What? $256. So it is getting on up there. Has tested this top, what, almost 3 times, looking for a break over the 59s is what he's looking like he's looking for. Up 3% on that one. DBGI, let's keep our NAOV getting up there to the 225s. But like I was about to say, this topping tail here, this is a lot of pressure. It could push against it, possibly, but
I had a good size
we'll
order
see.
off the 2.47 gap. No fill, but we're in it.
DBGI should be opening up here soon. So DBGI just opened up at the lows here of the 285s. Let's see if it go and let's see if it breaks the structure, this uptrend through the 247. Only 3 million shares on it. Oh my gosh, NAOV taking off. NAOV, bro. Coming up here to the 243s. We'll see if we can identify some kind of trend on that one. It was in a heavy downtrend, got going upward, but I don't know if the news will be able to hold it there. But we'll have to see. The top side of this was the 251s. There's a lot to look at this morning as well. There seems like there's halts going on, there's this and that, and it's kind of like, where do you look, right? Who's going to stand out and be the one? And now NAOV immediately giving back all of that from the 250s back down to the 225. So definitely has some range out there on that one. DBGI holding up again. This 1243 looks like a double bottom on this one, but not exactly. The low of this one was 250. Low of this one is 254. But this candle, this hour candle, has a lot of time still left on it, so it can easily break down this bottom at the 250. AGL down 9 something percent. So it got kind of tore out the box there. Okay. NAOV right back up there to the 240. So it's going to be a little grinder here. Low float grinder, looking like up 15% since the open. Looking like it wants to continue to push. The top here is what, the 250 that is kind of running its head into. So we'll see what this 250 level, and this is the first intraday test of the 250. And we do have a bottom that's been tested twice here at the 192s. DBGI, again, kind of losing a little bit of momentum here towards the bottom of this red candle. Sound, SO, well, it's doing what Brewster called this one a little bit earlier. Sound up 8%. It did the breakout there through that 250 level. So from the 248s up here to about the 270s, from the low of the intraday all the way back up here to the highs. ICCT open up way lower. So it gave them an opportunity to get out. And if the people that were in this, that if they're still holding from the 540, they're still kind of green, but they need to be looking to take some profit because it's back down here to the 540 again. And that was the halt level of yesterday. So it definitely gave people a chance to get out with profit. NAOV absolutely exploding. I mean, that was just going to the wind. Going towards the top here of the 292s. So I guess that one should be the one that we're watching. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little cleanup on this watch list. SQQ, TQQ, ICCT down 17%, only up 9% now. So that one's definitely not going to be one that eyes are just drawn to like that. DBGI continue to break structure and break down. So not too interested in things that are breaking structure, especially when there's something green up here like this. So I'm going to go ahead and clean those off. ICCT back down to the $6, but it's down 19% on the day. Not too worried about that. If we look over here on my scans, this is what I'm looking at on the scans. Untouchables, that's AGL. I usually don't trade things that cheap, but I do like to see them. Yeah, NAOV definitely getting up there. Definitely a nice little low float ripper up to the $3. Previous exit point was the 250, so we'll see how it holds at 250. But at this point, it's definitely holding and getting away from 250. This is a previous consolidation level, so it may be some supply up here to be filled before it gets another demand run. It is up 101% on NAOV. Looks like a nice little range play above $2 though. We saw it do a short-term double bottom here at the 192s, and sometimes short terms works out. And it was almost the same amount of buying pressure in there as well, back up to the 2s, and then it just got going up to 3. But up 41% on that one. And oil is almost to the 82s. Yes, sir. Just waiting and watching. So this one, it false halted right there. It looked like it was going to go into a halt. $19 million shares on NAOV. SOUN, all of these are just going straight up. Where are the sellers? I would love to play a dip off of this NAOV. We're almost through the first 30 minutes of the market. 20 million shares traded on this thing. But we want to identify the strength and the range to the direction that we're looking for. And this one's definitely got it. Really don't want to see it come back down to $2 at this point. Maybe a check down to maybe 250-ish could be cool for entry. Little bounce off 250. Seems reasonable. But now that it's going up to 350, that may not even be the case. It may have to retest $3. Big range on this thing though, up 128%. Hmm. So finding a little bit of pressure up here around the 340-ish level. Don't really know if that's going to become resistance, but I'll go ahead and slap a level out there to see if it'll play under it. Back towards the $3, I don't know. $22 million shares traded on it. So this is definitely where the eyes are, where the people are trading. A little bit of a battle going up here up top. MULN. Continue to try to blast through that 330. All right, so let's see what kind of action happens at the $3. Will it just slow down and consolidate it on the 3, or does it want to get back down through the 3 and kind of trade above the 250? We're about to see and see if we can identify some type of trend here. Coming back down towards the 3. Right now, a lot of bearish action. Let's see what happens. ICCT just came out of its halt as well. Let me see what it's doing. Both of them came back up. DBGI and ICCT. Look like they might pull a red to green. Yep, ICCT coming back green. Very, very big move back up here towards the top of the 827. Went back down there, tested the 577s, and it's just going to be looking like a halt day for ICCT. It looks like it's going back into a halt. False halt, little bit of a pullback. Very, very interesting moves. Trying to get back over that 8. See NAOV working its way back down. So I'll be looking for my levels down here. I would love to see this thing trade around 250 on NAOV. For ICCT though, I really don't know what's going to be the motion on that one. I mean, it keeps on kind of shifting back and forth with a huge range, right? $3 range here. So just be careful if you're going to definitely stick your hand in that one. Big rips. DBGI broke structure and then reclaimed the structure at the 13s, but red on the day. So I would like for it to come back green on the day, like some of its competition here, NAOV or something else. But just looking at this point, looking for some supports to be tested right now. All of the resistance is being tested very hard. Looks like ICCT is going to end up getting over the 8. It keeps on playing there. It's going to get a push here. Keeps playing around. 7 million shares on board. Anyway, I'm going to definitely be watching NAOV. ICCT, I'm just kind of on the fence about it. This huge range, you can buy and be down $3 per share in a second. So, but that's a part of the risk. You got to manage risk very tightly on this one, and use limit orders. Don't you use a market order? You might get filled 30 cents away from where you wanted to buy. Anyway, I'm about to get to my Wednesday meeting. Um, Definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for stopping in for the morning kind of, I don't know what you would call this, morning market analysis. Um, just kind of looking around for some good supports, but you guys definitely going to be trading. Keep your head on a swivel. I know we have a some news coming out about the market, housing, and all of that this week, but I don't know how effective that's going to be on the low floats, because it's been a crazy low float market. As you can see, we got halts, we got drops, and everything. So definitely take your time in the market. I may end up trading today, I don't know, but waiting for those supports to get tested. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I try to stay as consistent as possible. But yeah, that's it for me. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.